In 1983, David Copperfield made the Statue of Liberty disappear. They called it the illusion of the century. It cost him about $1 million, but I'm going to try to pull it off in just a quarter of the cost. Do me a favor, open up your hand. I'll place the quarter in the palm of your hand. You can see right there the Statue of Liberty in all her glory. But just with a wave of the hand, watch as the Statue of Liberty disappears. That's right, she's completely gone. But just as quick as Copperfield made the statue disappear, he had to bring her back. And this, my friends, is called the vanishing statue. Hey, what's up, everybody? Magic Ballet here, and thank you so much for purchasing the vanishing statue. This has been a pet project of mine for quite a while, but now Roy Kueppers and I are going to place this little gem in the palm of your hand. So knowing all that, let's jump right into the tutorial. Here's what you're going to get. Of course, it looks like a New York State quarter, but this is actually just a shell. Not only is it an expanded shell, but it also has some shim material, so this can be picked up with a magnet. You're also going to get a real U.S. Quarter, New York State, with the Statue of Liberty completely cut out, right through and through. So the setup is this. You're just going to place the expanded shell on top of the quarter and just make sure that these two statues are aligned the same exact way. Now, inside your hand, you're going to need a magnet of some sort. Personally, I like to use this. It's called a silent assistant. It's got a magnet that's curved with some rubber around it, and you can place it on your middle finger or your ring finger, whatever's comfortable for you, and this is going to pick up the shell. If you don't have one of these, a PK ring could work, or if you don't have any of that, a magnet in the palm of your hand just taped down could work too. And worst case scenario, if you have no magnets at all, maybe just a piece of double stick tape in your hand can also work. So knowing all that, let's jump right into it. So you're going to place the magnet in your hand. You're going to come out with the shell on top of the quarter. You'll talk about the statue, and there it is. You point it out. You have them open up their hand, and you place it right in the palm of their hand. Now, just by waving your hand over the quarter and the shell, the magnet will pick up the shell, making it look as if the statue disappeared. At this point, you can hand out the coin. They're going to want to touch that coin. Now, you can ditch this in your pocket and pull out a real coin to do the spellbound move to bring her back. Or what I like to do is just push the shell out into a spellbound position in the palm of my hand. So I'm just going to push it to the front of my hand like this. So now it's ready. My fingers will stay stiff and straight. Behind there, my thumb is just going to hold the shell against the back of my fingers here in kind of a finger clip position right over here. At this point, you're going to pick up the shell. You're going to take the coin back from them. Take the coin back from them and say, but as quick as Copperfield made her disappear, he also had to make her reappear. Now, I'm using the shell. You know, you can't hand this out. But if you switch this with a real coin, you can hand that out at the end. Now I'm going to show you how to do the spellbound. The spellbound's real easy. This is just going to be in your fingertip position. You'll pick up the coin and place the statue coin, the vanished statue coin in your hand. You want the thumb on top, fingers on the bottom. This is going to be like in a French drop position. But now you're going to execute a spellbound. And what happens here is all I'm going to do is replace this coin, the shell or the real coin, with that coin. So as I come over, my hands are stiff in the front. The second I cover, I'm going to push the vanished coin back into the palm of my hand, right into the cup of my hand, and replace it with the shell. It's really that quick, and it's going to happen right in their face. So watch it from the front. It just looks like the statue came right back. And in real time from the side, it's just going to look like this. You're going to come over here, put that one in its place, and that is the spellbound move. So all you have to do is practice that, and if you do it with a real coin, you can now hand out the real coin. They can keep it, and that's pretty much it. If you don't have a magnet of any sort, you can place some tape on your hand, and then all you're going to do is bring your hand over the coin and push down on it. And in theory, that's double stick tape should just let the shell stick to the hand. Now, worst case scenario, if you don't have no magnets or double stick tape, if you just have a real New York State quarter, then you can just do a spellbound. You can show two spellbounds. So you can show the quarter like this. You can use the vanished statue and come over and execute a spellbound and make it look like the statue vanishes. And now while they're looking at that, you just swap hands and go for the second move where you're going to bring her back and just bring the real coin back out and hand that out. But personally, there's nothing more better than having a magnet in your hand. I mean, just watch how the statue just disappears right out of nowhere. That, my friends, is super cool. So knowing all that, that is the vanishing statue and all its glory. Listen, go out, have some fun. I know I've been doing this for quite a while, and I love this trick. So I'll see you guys around, and thanks again for purchasing it.
Okay, so everything you see here will be included in the Statue Vanish set. And I'm going to describe in detail the purpose of each piece in the set and how they'll help you make the statue disappear. So let's start with the packaging insert, which displays 2 New York State quarters on it. One of the quarters has the statue in place, and the other quarter, the statue is gone, which is the effect of this trick. Now, in the top right side of this insert, you'll see a quotation by the one and only David Copperfield, the man, the myth, and the legend. Also the guy that made the actual Statue of Liberty in New York City disappear in 1983. And the quote says, "If I had this 40 years ago, I would have saved a fortune. I'll take 2, 1 for backup." So yes, Copperfield does have 2 of these. I'm very excited and honored and thrilled to have a quotation from him on this effect. Now, he asked me a few times when it would be released, and he really liked it a lot. And I believe that's why he gave me the quote for this, because it was personal to him. And so again, it's very exciting. On the back of the packaging insert is a Vimeo link and password to the teaching video and demo, which was done by Magic Ballet, one of the greatest demonstrators in the world. Copperfield has said that himself. And it's an honor to be collaborating together with Magic Ballet on this project. I'm very excited about that, and just to have him do the teaching video was a bonus as well. So having David Copperfield give a quote, and Magic Ballet doing the teaching video, and me doing the manufacturing, I feel like it was a perfect collaboration of us to present this to you. So here it is, and let's get into detail on the coins that are included in this set. So first of all, you get a regular U.S. quarter with the Statue of Liberty. It's the New York State quarter, and it can be handed out, switched, etc. I felt it important to include this so that the consumer would not have to try and locate one on their own. Again, it's 2001 this was released, so we're over 22 years, so they're not as easy to find as they used to be. So important for me to have included this. Now, it also comes with a expanded U.S. quarter, New York State quarter shimmed shell. So since it's expanded, it will fit pretty much every U.S. quarter, unless it's damaged, of course. But any U.S. quarter you want to cover with the shell, you can. So it's useful and can be used for different effects, different magic tricks you may have where you needed a shimmed shell to fit over the coin. Now, in the process of me making these shells, when I do the machining and the hollowing out of the coin, I also add a recessed pocket in the bottom of the shell for the steel shim to fit into. So it's not just a flat bottom with a steel shim glued to the top, it's actually recessed down inside so that the shim and the bottom of the coin is flat. It sits flush. So Flush meaning when you nest it over a coin, you now have also better coverage, but no rocking as well. It's a nice flat flush fit. And I think that was also an important detail. So I make all my shim shells that way. Actually, I always recess the shim inside. It's just something that I do. Moving forward, we have now the gimmicked or gaffed US quarter. So the statue is completely machined out of this. You can tell that the detail is incredible. It was important to me to use a very fine tool and get as much detail as possible so that it didn't look like a blob removed from the coin. It looked like the actual statue was removed, and it just, the impact of that reveal is so much stronger when you remove it to see that that definitely is the statue. So it totally removes the actual statue of the coin, and it's all the way through. It can be handed out to a spectator for full examination and taken back, obviously, so you can do the effect again. And last but certainly not least, the fourth and final piece in this set is my newest creation, the Sneaky Bandit. This is an apparatus that I developed, created, and manufactured specifically to be included with the Statue Vanish set, because without it, you would not be able to remove the expanded shimmed shell from the quarter that has the statue missing, unless you came up with some other device or some other method of removing or stealing that shell from that coin. So in order to make this set complete and ready to go right out of the package, I felt it was necessary to include this particular piece. And again, that's called the Sneaky Bandit, and it will be sold separately as well. The Sneaky Bandit is also very durable. The material that I selected to manufacture these from is a specific type of vinyl that has a great memory, also very pliable, and not known for cracking and breakage. Unlike some of the plastics, such as styrene and polypropylene, that if you were to bend them back and forth several times, they eventually would just crack and possibly fall off. This vinyl material, again, very durable. Bend this as much as you want, and it's going to hold up. The reason I wanted it to be a material that you could bend and form is so that you could fit the contour of your hand. You could form it to your specific hand depending on the position that you want to hold it or steal the shell from. You can obviously put it in different positions. Each position may require you to form it slightly different so that it fits better and feels more comfortable for you. That is the Sneaky Bandit.